Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. Welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. I pray that you all are doing well and that you had an amazing day yesterday. Good morning, Life is Precious. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Flavio. I hope I said that right. Or Flavio. I hope I said that right. Good morning to you all and welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. Good morning, Lilia. Good morning, Teeks. Good morning. Good morning, Liz. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Uncle X Brand. How are you? Good morning, Robin. Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good morning, Mark. Good morning. Hi, Global Chick Venture. How are you? You know what? I did not realize that there was an option. Well, I did. I set it up a long time ago, but I didn't realize that you all were using it. There is a long list of you all that came into my leads portal here on this platform. So I'm figuring that's why. Good morning, Liza. That's why I'm not picking up some of the email addresses, because you filled out the form that is on this page and not the one that is on the link in my bio. So I was going through my insights yesterday and I saw this long list of all of you that put your email address in on this platform, not in the link in my bio. So it did it to me. Okay. Yeah. So I now have to transfer all of your email address that is on this specific platform into my marketing system. I didn't realize that that's what was happening. So for those of you who may have not been getting my email, it's because you put your email address in on the platform. So I'm going to have to go through manually and pull all of those emails out. Or I think there should be an option for me to download the list and then add it to my marketing system. So I'm going to do that. So for those of you who haven't been getting my email, I think that's why, right? So I'm going to have to download that list. It was a long list. I'm going to have to download that list and then put it into my my CRM so that you can get my emails. But good morning and welcome to you all. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor. Welcome to my virtual space. If you are looking for a community that provides you with motivation, valuable insights, and practical strategies for success, you are in the right place. Hit the follow button. That's the first thing you got to do. Good morning, Suzanne. Hit the follow button. We're still building. We're not sure what's going to happen on Saturday, but if this app goes dark, we're going somewhere else. All right. So hit the follow button. Use the link in my bio. I know that y'all have been putting your email address on the platform instead of using the link in my bio, but go to the link in my bio. And if you can't find it, just DM me and I will help you, because I missed all of those email addresses that were just stacking up in this platform. So now I'm going to have to transfer them. But go to the link in my bio, hit that link that says New Dimension, which is the name of my business. The very first option says Commanders Community. I want you to drop your best email address there so we can stay connected. On the back end of you putting in your email address, good morning, Nancy, you will get a PDF version of the affirmations and declarations that we use here every morning. And you can join us with that, or you can use it on your own time. All right. But they're so powerful. All right. So welcome again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And good morning to the commanders that are here every morning. I appreciate y'all so much. I do. So let's get into our gratitude check-in. Go ahead and drop in the comments 3 things that you are grateful for today. 3 things that you are grateful for today. This exercise keeps us in a mindset of abundance. That's what it does. Keeps us in the mindset of abundance. So go ahead and drop. What are 3 things that you're grateful for today? I'm grateful for life, health, and strength. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for you all showing up here every day. Good morning, Miss Arena. I am so grateful for you all. I'm grateful for my brother's release from the hospital. Amen. A new day in this community. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Lewis. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. So this exercise keeps us in a mindset of abundance, grateful for life, family, job. I love it. Good morning, Owen. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're doing our gratitude check-in. Clear Vision, your book. Ooh, you got my book? Thank you so much for the support. My Inner Sense. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for purchasing my book. I appreciate it. Good health, family, and God's grace. Amen. My children, my health, and my church. Amen. Good morning, Miss Melissa. How are you? Good morning, Rosa. I see you. Phenomenal. Good morning to you. For my country, Peru. Awesome. I love it. I really want to visit. I want to visit, and one day I will. One day I will. Grateful for the sun still shining. Dreams. God is still in charge. Yes. Amen. I'm grateful for kids support system and you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you as well. Good morning. You're grateful for a good morning world family. Awesome. I love it. Good morning, Victor. Good morning. That's right. I love the book. Awesome. 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 Let me know if you have any questions about anything in the book. Grateful for my dog, to have a roof, and to have a job. I love that. I love that. Good morning. All right, so let's keep it moving. We've also made a promise to ourselves that we are going to make bold moves this year. So go ahead and reiterate that promise to yourself in the comments. I will make bold moves this year. I will make bold moves this year. Checking in from Connecticut. Much love and blessing. Awesome, Victor. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So type in the comments. This is a promise that we've made to ourselves. I will make bold moves this year. We're not going to let fear hold us back. We're not discounting ourselves. I know that things get rough sometimes, but we're going to continue pushing on, pressing forward until we accomplish these big goals that we have. So yes, type in the comments. I will make bold moves this year. We're keeping ourselves accountable. We're being accountable to each other that, yes, we're going to do it. Start to make bold moves. Yes, Liza. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We will make bold moves this year. All right, so let's pray really quickly. I'm going to pray the 23rd Psalm for all of us, and then we'll move into the rest of the agenda. The Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercies shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. That is the 23rd Psalm. It's very important that we continue to pray. Pray every day. If you don't know what to pray, pray the scriptures, or just sit down and have an honest conversation with God. Lord, this is where I'm at. This is where I would like to be. Show me the way. How can I get there? Build the character in me that is necessary for me to get there. Just an honest conversation, right? Give me the connection, the divine connections that I need to get to my next destination. Just an honest conversation. Tell God where you are and where you want to go. Even though he already knows, you communicating. Thank you so much. It's just been sitting, so I said, okay, let's do it today. Thank you, Miss Arena. He knows your needs. He knows where you are. He knows where you want to go, but it's the act of communication that strengthens a relationship. That is why you need to pray and tell him where you are. He already knows, but you communicating with him builds that connection that is necessary. Remember, it's relationship and not religion, right? So it's communication that tightens that relationship and makes it secure. So this is why you got to pray. All right. Let him know. Here's where I'm at. Here's where I'd like to be. Yes, I mess up. I don't want to mess up anymore. Help me to get on the straight and narrow. Show me the way. All right. So don't get too exhausted when you think about prayer. It's just communication. You don't have to use church jargon. Just talk to God the way that you would have a conversation with me, right? Just talk. All right, let's keep it moving. Time to elevate our mindset. You can pull out your affirmations now for those of you who have a copy of it. If you don't, you can head to the link in my bio. Click that link. Good morning, Fergun. Good morning to you. Click the link in my bio that says New Dimension. The very first option says Commanders Community. If you drop your best email address there, the confirmation email that you get will have a copy of the affirmations and declarations. So if you don't have a copy, that's how you get one. So let's go through our affirmations. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. Use your authority, right? Use your authority. Then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. That let me know that, hey, you said it to yourself. You repeated it to yourself. So here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I have patience with myself. And I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. So that is how we position our mindset so we can take the day on with a positive outlook. A positive outlook. All right. So for those of you who don't have a copy of the affirmations, use the link in my bio. Go to where it says Commanders Community. Drop your best email there. Good morning, Barbara. Drop your best email address there. And in the confirmation email, there will be a PDF version of the affirmations and declarations that we use here. All right, let's keep it moving. I always try to stay within the time, but hey, let's see if it's going to happen today. So this is what I was thinking. For those of you who are here regularly, I don't know when I'm going to start, but because I have so much notes to give you all and the time goes by so fast, I'm thinking about doing a evening live just to go back over the word of the day, because sometimes I have to skip through the notes because the time goes by so fast. I'm thinking about it, like doing a evening live stream, just going over the word of the day and whatever notes that I may have to skip through because the time is going so fast in the morning. So let me know, what do y'all think about that? If I come back in the evening and just go over the word of the day. Yes? Okay. All right. All right. I got to figure out when to start doing that because most of the times I have to skip through the notes. Okay. Yes, definitely. Okay. All right. All right. Awesome. I see y'all. Okay. I got to figure out what time to work that in. OMG, if you can, that would be great. Okay. Awesome. All right. All right. I see y'all. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can get through most of these notes today because it is a lot. So for those of you who are new here, we are working our way through a list of words that is really preparing us so we can make the bold moves that we have to make, remind us and highlight to us some things that we need to implement in our lives. So yes, we're working through a list of words. So today, the word of the day is influence. We touched on it a bit on Monday, but we're going to dive deeper into the word influence. Type that in the comments. Influence. Let's talk about influence and how important influence is to live a purposeful life. Influence, yes, influence is the word of the day. So influence is the power to shape thoughts, behaviors, and actions without force or authority. So you're not forcing anything down anybody's throat. No, you're not doing it that way, but through inspiration, all right? So influence is not manipulation. I know it gets confused with manipulation, so much so that some individuals don't even want to use the word influence because they're individuals who have operated in manipulation instead of influence. But influence is not at all manipulation. It is the ability to inspire, guide, and persuade in a way that aligns with truth, values, and purpose. So it needs to be benefiting someone else, right? Not just running over people and trying to get your own way. That's not influence. That's manipulation. All right. Now, every great leader, speakers, coach, entrepreneurs, they understand that success is tied to influence. And I would dare to say that even in the home, it is essential to understand influence and how that can get your family's buy-in on family matters, right? If you are able to influence in the home, you can get your family to buy into whatever the idea is that you have for the entire family and the way that you would like things to flow in the family for everyone's benefit, not just your own. All right. So influence needs to be benefiting the other people who are involved in this thing. It's manipulation when it's only you that benefits from it, right? If you're doing it just so that you alone can benefit from it, that's manipulation. But if you are proposing something so that all of us can benefit from it, that's different. That's influence. All right. Now, influence starts with you, your credibility, your character, and your presence. Very important. Before people listen to what you say, they evaluate who you are. Who are you? What have you done so far? What type of results have you produced? Right? So never be influenced or pressured into doing something by somebody who does not have any fruit. They can't tell you how to make $1 million if they've never done it. Like, what do you have to back this up? What's your credibility? Right? What is your credibility? Show me some proof that, hey, this is what I've done. This is what I've accomplished. And that's why I only teach you all what I've done or what I'm doing in my life right now. I stick with what I know, what I have fruit of. Right? And as I'm going through this life rebrand and we're doing it together, like I show you all social proof. I'm working on my diet. Here's something new that I tried. Here's a new menu plan that I'm trying to transition into. Here's how I'm trying to cut out these artificial juices in my household, right? So it builds up credibility. I'm actually doing what I'm telling you that I'm doing. So I teach on what I've done or what I'm doing right now, and you will see that in real time that, hey, she's really doing this. So credibility is very important. Your character is very important when it comes to influence, because again, before people listen to what you have to say, they evaluate who you are. All right. So when I first started out, and I'll share this with y'all because I'm very transparent. When I first started out in the social media space, right? When I first started out, I was very fearful because I didn't want others to know who I was. And that was because of all the mistakes that I had made in my life, right? That was the only thing on my mind. How can I influence? How can I lead when I have made so many mistakes in my life, right? But I came to realize that the things that happen in my life, that's what others need to see to make me relatable. Hey, I went through this, but here's where I'm at right now. And this is what I did to get through. And this is what I did to overcome. That's what makes me relatable, right? So I was no longer afraid of people getting to know who I was, the real me. I'm not perfect. So I didn't want to give off. After a while, I was like, I can't give some false notion of perfection because I'm not perfect, right? Mistakes don't define us. It makes us the best version of ourselves. Yes, it does. It does. So I had to get to that space where I'm not creating this false notion of perfection because I'm not perfect, right? And then I had to tap into my authenticity, which there's some flaws with that. Even with me operating in authenticity, there's some flaws. There's some decisions that I made that they warned me not to make it. I knew not to make it, but I did it anyways. And I had to pull myself out of that. So I had to tap into authenticity because people are drawn to those who are real, not perfect. I'm not perfect. I still make decisions that, you know what, I should not have done that. I knew better. I should not have done that. Right? And if you consider the greats or the famous, one in particular, Oprah Winfrey, people connected with her because she shared her story and she was very open about her struggles and her growth. That's important when it comes to influence. All right? So be authentic. You don't have to give off this, oh, I'm perfect, I got it all right. Because none of us do, right? None of us do. Then I had to learn even more about credibility and trust. Your words must be backed by integrity. It has to be. Has to be. If people don't trust you, they won't be influenced by you. They won't. They won't. Do you keep your promises? That's a question to ask yourself. Do you keep your promises? Does your action align with your words? Does it align with your words? And this is a pet peeve of mine. Like, if your promises are empty, yeah, they will. They will, Liz. If your promises are empty, if you say one thing and do another thing, I can't trust you. I can't. And one rule that I live by is that my word is my bond. If I tell you that I'm going to do something, I'm going to move heaven and earth to get it done. And if I can't get it done, I will let you know that, hey, I tried everything, but I just can't do it. And even in saying that, like how my brain works, I will still be trying to figure out ways to get it done because my word is my bond. When I tell you that I'm going to do something, I stick to it because I know what it feels like to be disappointed. I know what it feels like to be let down. Like, I know that, right? Try to let my yes be yes, right? And no be no. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's you too, Miss Melissa. Yeah, my yes and no are very expensive. Yes, indeed. Teeks, oh, that is so good. So good. My yes and no are very expensive. So I try to stay true to my word. If I say I'm going to do it, I try my hardest to get it done, right? And then there is confidence and energy. Influence is magnetic. Your posture, your tone, and energy All of that communicates before your words. All of that. When you get on this stream or when you walk in a room, your tone, your energy, your posture, all of that communicates before your words do. Before you open your mouth, people are already assessing. Do you stand upright? Right? Do you look presentable? People are already assessing you. So think about, how do you carry yourself? Do you exude confidence and conviction? And confidence is not that you're the loudest in the room. That's not confidence. Because usually the person who is the loudest in the room, they're not confident. They're putting on a show because they're not confident. They're not secure in themselves. So confidence, don't think that you have to be the loudest in the room. That's not true confidence. It isn't. You don't have to be the loudest in the room to be confident. You don't. All right? But do an assessment. Do you exude confidence and conviction? And that most time is the first thing that individuals will use to judge whether they want to hear from you or not. Your appearance, your show up will communicate to them, do I really want to hear from this person? Do I really want to hear from them? Even though that is not the right way to look at it, because somebody who does not look the part can really bring you a life-changing message. But most of the times, you are assessed based on your show up. Are you confident? Is there conviction to what it is that you're doing? Like you're certain about it? You're committed to it? These are things that people judge you based on whether they should listen to you, listen to what you're saying or not. All right? Influence is about connection. It's not what you say, it's how you make people feel and think when it comes to influence. It's not necessarily what you say. How do you make people feel and think? How? For those of you who want to get in the social media space, it is key that you understand this. It is key that you make note of this. Every time you show up, for those of you who want to get in social media and like really take your social media presence more important, and if you want to learn more about it, I'm hosting a social media mastermind on May 24th. If you really want to make an impact on here, every time you show up on social media, you have to be thinking, how do I want to make people feel? How do I want to make them think? Right? What I'm presenting, what I'm saying, how is this going to impact someone else? How are they going to feel? My goal is, when I get on here every morning to talk to you, you must feel like you can take the world on. Your thought must be, you know what? Things don't look right now. Everything is not in place, but I know that I can get through this. I know that I can make a difference. I know that if I apply myself, my life can turn around. This is what I want you to think and feel. So every time, for those of you who want to get in the social media space, I'm giving you all free nuggets about operating social media now, right? When you get on here, your main thought should be, how do I want my audience to feel? How do I want them to think, right? I want you all to shift your perspective from what may look crazy right now to the fact that, hey, this is building character in you. I know it's hard right now, but it's teaching you patience. It's teaching you how to be a critical thinker, right? Whatever it is that you're going through. And when you get off this live stream, you need to feel empowered, like, I'm going to get through this day. It's going to be a beautiful day. And even if something happened, here's my strategy. I'm going to stay focused, right? Thank you, Miss Melissa. Thank you so much for stopping by. So if you want to get in this space, or you're planning on operating in your community, you want to impact, you got to make sure that you consider how you're going to make people feel and how you're going to shift their thinking. All right. You also need to have emotional intelligence. And again, I will recommend you reading the book Emotional Intelligence 2.0. That's a really good book to read. Great influencers understand emotions and use empathy to connect, right? So instead of just responding, listen to understand. We don't just listen to rebuttal. Thank you so much, Miss Diana. Thank you. We don't just listen to rebuttal. We listen to understand, right? We listen to understand. Hear what the person is saying, process what the person is saying, try to see things from their perspective, like why are they responding like that? Find out, right? Find out. So we're going to listen to understand, not just respond. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara, for all the gifts. We don't just listen to respond. Like you're in such a hurry, you want to say your piece. No, just listen. Listen to what the person has to say. Listen and ask yourself, what does this person need right now? And in the book, which book was it? The Compound Effect. I think it's a Compound Effect. The author was talking about one of the past presidents of Egypt, which I read his biography, and it was amazing, phenomenal, how he was able to take back control of Egypt, or make their country major, because of his ability to sit at the table and listen to understand. Listen to understand. He was able to settle century-long war because he was able to sit and understand the other side, what they needed, and he was able to come to an agreement. It's not about me benefiting, but let's help each other. And that is a major thing. So you got to listen to understand and find out, what does this person need right now? It's not always about me. I want my way. I want it done my way. I want it done in my timing. No, influence doesn't work like that. It doesn't. All right. And again, if it's only for your benefit, it's manipulation. It's not influence. It's manipulation. If what you're doing is only for your benefit, that's manipulation. It's not influence. And manipulation only ends in a bad situation. So we don't want to go down that hole. All right. We don't want to. All right. So to effectively influence, you also need to understand how to tell your story and how to communicate. That's very important. Hello from Colombia. That's very important. Most people, they won't remember the facts that you give them, but they'll remember the stories that you tell. And that is why I always have a story to tell you all. Good morning, Papa's Brett. How are you? I missed you. How are you? I always have a story to tell because you can connect with me better when I share stories with you. All right. So you got to understand how to share stories, how to communicate your story. All right. How to use your personal experience to influence others. Good morning, Diana Jackson. Good morning. Hi, Kiki. How are you? Doing well. Miss you too. Okay. Awesome. I'm happy that you're doing well. All right. So I'm way over my time. Let's see. All right, let's do this next point. So it is key to understand persuasion versus manipulation. Again, if it's only benefiting you, it's manipulation. It needs to be benefiting the people as a whole, the group as a whole, the family as a whole. All right. So persuasion is helping others see value. So it needs to benefit others. Persuasion is helping others see value, which is always my goal. Manipulation, on the other hand, is forcing somebody to do something because it's going to benefit you if they do it. So always ask yourself, is my influence leading people to better decisions or just benefiting me? Because if it's just benefiting you, and even in your connections, people who you're connected to, assess the relationship, assess the connection, because again, we're influenced by those who we are connected to, the group that we're in. So you want to assess the group that you're in. Is this relationship only benefiting one person? Are you getting any benefit from it? Because if you're not getting any benefit from it, it's manipulation. Yes, we all have a story. Yes, indeed, Jacqueline, we all have a story. And it's important that we do the work, heal, and then share our testimony. Here's where I came from. Here's what I went through. And these are the things that I had to do to get out. And you can do the same. All right? You can do the same. So yes, we all have a story. We all do. All right, I got to skip through some of these because I'm way over my time. Let's talk about consistency and resilience really quickly because that is important as well. That is important. So other elements includes consistency and resilience. Influence is built over time, not a single event. So you can't just show up one day and you say one thing and you expect to have a committed group of people that is going to follow your instructions, right? No, you got to show up consistently because influence is built over time. It does. Keep showing up. The more consistent you are, the more your influence grows. All right, I'm going to skip through some of these. Skip through. So influence is about who you are, how you connect, and the impact that you leave. All right. Influence is about who you are, how you connect, and the impact that you leave. So you got to think about, is there one area where I need to grow as it pertains to influence? Do I need to build up more credibility? I want to impact this group of people. Again, even in your home, I want to impact this group of people. But does my credibility have weight to it? Right? Have I shown that I can be trusted? Have I followed through on the promises that I have made? Right? Have I held up my end of the bargain? So consider what area you need to grow in as it pertains to influence. Is it credibility? Is it communication? Do I need to do better with my communication skills? Do I find that, thank you so much for showing up to the class. Is my communication clear, right? Am I just listening to respond? Or do I listen to understand so that we can come to a mutually beneficial end of whatever the communication is about? How about connection? Am I connecting based on, again, mutual benefits? Not just me wanting something. That's why I'm connecting with this person. No, what do I have to offer? What do I bring to the table? So make sure that when you connect for mutual benefits. And you shouldn't be the only one that's just giving and no return, because after a while you're going to burn out. All right. So assess credibility, communication, and connection, and make sure that there's mutual benefits connected to those things. You're not the only one that should be benefiting, and the other person shouldn't be the only one that is benefiting. All right. Because that's the line where manipulation comes into play. All right. Awesome. So also don't be afraid to share your story, as someone put in the comments. What's your pronunciation? I read a lot, so I would suggest that if you want to improve your pronunciation, read and read out loud. That's the key thing. Read aloud. All right. If you want to improve your pronunciation, the key is to read aloud. The more you read and read aloud is the better, is the more you improve your pronunciation. So if you struggle with that, read and read aloud. Okay. All right. So don't be afraid to share your personal story that can inspire and guide others, or guide someone else to their destination. Just be sure that you heal to some degree. If whatever you went through is very traumatic, make sure that you heal, right? So that you are not speaking from that broken space, but you're speaking from a healed space. All right. That's why you got to get healed. So heal to a certain level first, and then share from a victor's perspective and not a victim perspective. All right. I just published my first book, His Beauty for Ashes. Oh, I love that, Jacqueline. Congratulations. I love it. I'm happy for you. Awesome. All right. So when you're sharing your story, because you're working on influencing, right? You got to share your story from a victor's perspective and not a victim perspective. All right. Yes. Congratulations to you. Share your story from a victor's perspective and not a victim. And when I say influence works in the home, it does. So maybe you won't be on a big stage, maybe you don't plan on getting on social media, but influence also works in the home. It does. By sharing my story of struggles with my kids, because I was separated from my kids for about 5 years when I moved to this country. I shared with them my struggles when I first moved here and things that I went through. And even as a young kid, like, I share my struggles with my kids, and that has guided them in such a way that they make their decisions intentionally, right? Because of me sharing my struggles with them. Like, their work ethic is unmatched. Their work ethics, my children's work ethics, because they never want to be in that space where they would have to experience the hardship that I went through. So their work ethic is unmatched. So even if you never stand on a stage, if you never do a live stream, I want you to understand that influence works in the home as well. Somebody in your home, somebody close to you is looking to you, looking to see what you did, how you got over a certain situation, what are you doing right now. What you're doing is influencing somebody around you. So even if you never get on a stage, if you never do a live stream, you got to understand that you hold influence in your hands as well. So you got to be very careful with what you do with it, what you do with that influence that you have. Be intentional in using your influence for good, for good. Help someone make better decisions, which is why I'm never afraid to share my stories with my kids. Here's where I've been. Here's what I've been through. Here are the decisions that I made that were not good, right? And that helped them to now make better decisions, right? So I'm not just talking just to talk. I've seen some things. I've struggled with some things, and I don't want that for you. And with sharing that, they make better decisions, right? Yes, your kids are always looking and seeing, so automatically you will influence them. Yeah. So don't be in that mindset of, oh, influence is just for people who get on a live stream or people who stand on a stage. No, it's not. Influence works in the home. You need your family's buy-in into making better decisions. Say, like for me now, going through this life rebrand journey that I'm on and switching up the menus in my home, I need my kids buy-in because I want to feed them and feed them healthy stuff, right? I want to feed them healthy stuff, and they're getting it. Like, it's making sense to them. I have built up credibility with them, right? We are the best examples for our kids. Yes, we are. So again, even if you never get on a stage to give a big speech, even if you never get on a live stream to try to build a community, you're still influencing in your home, on your job. You have influence. So you want to be very careful with that. All right. True influence is not necessarily about power. It's about purpose. So live life purposefully. My big stage is my home. Yes. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. I love it this morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you for confirmation. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for showing up so you could receive it. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you. All right. So the word of the day is influence. The word of the day is influence. Again, if you're new here, if you haven't hit the follow button yet, hit the follow button. Thank you so much, Diana, for hitting the follow button. So you're going to hit the follow button. You're going to see the link in my bio. Click that link in my bio that says New Dimension. Once you click that link, the very first option says Commanders Community. You can drop your best email there. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate it. The very first option says Commanders Community. Drop your best email address there, and in the confirmation email that you get, you will have a PDF version of the affirmations and declarations that we use here every morning. All right. Awesome. And on the weekends, I do send you out a portion of a personal development book that I am writing. You get that on Saturdays. So that's a good reason to be on my mailing list. So use the link in my bio. And the very first option says Commanders Community. Join my community that way. It's free. There is no cost to it, but you do get value in that community. All right. Awesome. Let's keep it moving. So let's set our intentions for today. Consider that goal that you're working on. We are in the second quarter of the year. The second quarter already. So whatever you got to do, we got to get it done. No more delays. No more putting it off until next month. No, we got to get these things done now. All right. So consider that goal that you're working on. What are 3 things that you can do today that will get you 3 steps closer to that goal becoming a reality in your life? You want to get those 3 things done today. All right. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. Just get it done before midnight. Maybe you need to make a phone call. Make the phone call. Maybe you need to do some research. Do the research. You need to send an email. Do it. You need to fill out an application. You need to update your resume. Do it. Get it done so you can get 3 steps closer to your goal becoming a reality. Maybe you've been considering working with me. You have 2 options right now. Or 3 really. 1, you can enroll in my mentorship program. You enroll in my mentorship program if you are the one that is saying, you know what, I don't have a lot of time in the day to do personal development, but at nighttime I do get like an hour to myself at that quiet time. At nighttime, you can open up the portal and go through the lessons and work through the workbook, and I'm there as support for you as well. Or you can work with me one-on-one. You say that, hey, I have the time, I can schedule. My calendar is available on that link as well. That's in my bio. You want to book a one-on-one with me? Go ahead and do that. Then on May 24th, I'm hosting a social media mastermind on May 24th. For those of you who really want to take your social media space more serious, you have a story. Yes, Alyssa, listen, just DM me and remind me. Please do that. DM me and remind me. So on May 24th, I'm hosting a social media mastermind. All right. For those of you who you have a strong story or you want to build a brand in the social media space, DM me. Let me know that you would like to be a part of the mastermind, and I will get you set up from there on out. So it's on May 24th that I'll be hosting the mastermind. You will walk away with a solid game plan on how you're going to build in the social media space and build in a way that is sustainable. I've been working in social media now for about 9 years. I've been live streaming and building my brand in social media. So I do have a lengthy years of experience in the social media space. So that's May 24th. DM me if you have any questions about any of the options to work with me. All right, send me a DM. Let's make some decrees really quickly before we disconnect. That's impressive. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, it's about 9 years, closer to 10 now, since I've been in social media. Yeah, learning the ropes, learning how to build out my business, my ministry. So much so, I've done so well in the social media space that I got an opportunity for television. So I transitioned my ministry from social media to television because of the content that I produce. So I do have the experience with social media. So if you want to take your social media serious this year, let me know. Send me a DM so I can get you set up for the social media mastermind. And that's May 24th, one day. All right. So let's make some decrees really quickly. My goodness, I wanted to stick with the time, but we're almost at an hour. So let's make some decrees. Again, you should have the decrees in your email. Let's go through them. It's your gift for sure. Thank you. It wasn't perfect when I started out, but I think over 9 years, I have mastered it. All right, so let's make some decrees really quickly. I'm going to read through the list and you can type in the comments, I agree with that. There's power in agreement. There's power when we come together and we agree on these words that we declare every morning. So here we go. Here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, and our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success and prosperity and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree that things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. Yes, we are victorious in life. And that is how we program a productive and a successful day. Thank you for typing I agree. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we understand that anything is possible. Thank you so much, Papa's Brat. Thank you. You as well. All right. We know that anything is possible. So I want you to take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things. Expect answered prayers. Expect promotion and increase, because again, anything is possible. All right. And the word of the day is influence. Keep that in mind. You are influencing someone, whether you're on a stage or not. You're making influence and impact in your home, in your community, on the job. So be very mindful of the things that you do. All right. Thank you, Liza. You as well. All right. So if you missed anything that I said, the restream goes up at 8 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You as well, Lilia. Thank you so much, Miss Arena. You as well. At 8 a.m. Promotion. What does that mean, Jacqueline? Let me know. So the word of the day is influence again. So the restream goes up at 8 a.m. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm the Productivity Coach on YouTube. At 8 a.m. it will restream on those platforms. All right. Thank you all so much for showing up. Thank you for your participation in the comments. I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Bye for now.